Hello, everyone. I am Crawlers, and recently I did a long video on the recent big fall patch for Battlefield 4. Um, there were a ton of changes, some nice, some not so nice, that came together with a free jungle map, should you choose to download it. Now, one of these changes listed was the nerf to active protection on tanks, and well, technically, it did get a nerf. It also got a little bit of a buff at the same time, which is the reason I'm making this short video. Don't get me wrong. I'm still against the nerf of active protection. I don't think its uptime should have been shortened from 5 to 2.5 seconds, which apparently DICE did to no longer protect the tank from an entire rocket run from an attack chopper. I don't really agree with this. Whenever I saw active protection on a tank that I shot with the chopper, and when my rockets weren't getting hit markers, I immediately stopped firing, veered off, reloaded, and came back for another run. So, it added quite a bit of tactical thinking, and in my opinion, to your flying, and in my opinion, it was made to to appease the Bambis that wasted an entire load of rockets on the tank that was under active protection, and maybe that's why Dice made the change. So it is definitely not a change I agree with. It also obviously makes dodging tank shells and RPGs a lot harder, since you have to time it exactly right to the shot because active protection's time is so short. But in my opinion, it also makes it a little bit more catered towards casuals, as in a helicopter, it would be a lot easier to kill a tank because active protection would be so very, very short, and it would chew up only a couple of rockets at a time. But DICE also changed the cooldown mechanics of the active protection, and here's where the details matter. Its downtime is now shortened from 35 seconds to 22.5 seconds, which is actually a good thing. I mean, there's um, eight. How many seconds is that? 7 seconds, 8 seconds, and which is actually a good thing. Though I would have liked it to be less than 20 seconds, around there, maybe even 18 seconds for the cooldown. Another thing that DICE fixed is the so-called early shutdown mechanic, which I don't think was intentional from the beginning, probably a glitch of some sort, where the active protection of a tank shut down if it was hit with an RPG well before its 5 seconds uptime ran out. Well, now it will stay on for the entire 2.5 seconds. Whoop-de-doo. And obviously, I already mentioned that they removed the red light from the tank when active protection was in cooldown, and well, basically warned every engineer on the map that the tank was vulnerable to RPGs. And this is a good change, I think, as tank drivers really don't need a big flashing and literally red sign over the tops of the tanks saying, "Come on, shoot me now, I'm ready to get it right in the ass." And obviously, there were a lot more other interesting changes for which, if you have the time, read the patch notes, or have a look at my longish video on the subject that I made a few days back. Hint, hint. Oh, and here's an interesting one. Missiles will no longer fly through open chopper doors when you turn sideways to the missile. For me, this actually brings back flashbacks from True Lies with Schwarzenegger, a movie you might remember from the 90s, when he flew a Harrier jet, and this was basically as good an action movie with Schwarzenegger as you're ever gonna see. He basically flew this Harrier jet, and he fired at a helicopter full of terrorists, right? And it just so happened that the missile that he fired was on that missile was the bad guy snagged and hanging there, flailing helplessly. So it sort of was this only in battlefield moment for me, as he kind of said, "You're fired," and then let go of the missile. So he killed a bunch of bad guys with a single missile, and the main bad guy at the same time. So thanks for watching. Please rate and share these videos. It helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one, and remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.